Game on hand, match number 47 of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2024 just wrapped up in Antigua between India and Bangladesh. And once again, it was India cruising through that match, dominating in all phases and all departments over Bangladesh, who were already a bit wounded before this game even started. And we talked in the build-up show about what Bangladesh need to do better. We talked about their batting problems. Well, the problems just seem to be getting bigger and bigger for Bangladesh, and they have dug themselves a hole that they will need to climb out of really hard for their next encounter. So we'll unpack this match as well, and of course what more to expect from India and Bangladesh as they move forward in their group. Before, of course, we start our in-depth discussion, quickly introducing my fellow host, Erin Holland, along with our most esteemed guest panel who have joined us once again on the post-show. Mr. Shoaib Akhtar is back in the studio. Lovely to have you once again.
Thank you, ma'am.
And with him is Martin Guptill, Muhammad Hafiz, and this is our Game On Hai panel who are ready to take us through what happened in this match. Once again, Shoaib, let's start with Bangladesh, because we talked about their batting problems. We have talked about how difficult they can make it for themselves. 197 on this ground was going to be difficult, especially जब सामने आपके कुलदीप, अर्शदीप, बुमराह जैसा attack हो. What will you say on the way Bangladesh approached this chase?
First of all, पहले तो हम बैटिंग की बात करेंगे, रोहित और कोहली की बात करेंगे. That it's very important that Rohit comes in and neutralize the old threats. His intent is just amazing. Look at the strike rate. It's 209. The minute he comes in, he says, listen, who's the best fast bowlers do you have?
Yeah.
Or best spinner? Shakib, you come in. I'll take you on. But what he does best, Shakib, that he takes his wickets. I mean, obviously the pitches are not that good as Martin would love to have it, as Hafiz would like to have it, because they used to like to time the ball. Because you can't time the ball on these sort of tracks. You all know that, right? But somewhere down the line, Aaron, you know this is a team that is full of match winners. If somebody doesn't get about 50 runs, it's fine. Build up the partnership 35, 30, 30, 30, 30, 20, 20, 20s. And there it comes, Hardik Pandya. And off you go. He makes a 50, and he get around 200 runs, or even on the difficult tracks. And having said that, I think India have one trouble is coming up. Apart from this whole matches, you look at India is running all over. Every team, they have one psychological threat. Ask me which one.
What is the threat?
I have a feeling I know
She
who it
knows
is.
it. She's the threat. She's Australia. Australia is going to be the threat for India. If they can overcome this psychological warfare, if they come over the psychological warfare, India, which is happening day after tomorrow, if they want to win the World Cup, they're going to win everything. India and Australia will win everything. No discussion about it. There is one match I want to see. Who is going to win psychologically? Who is going to bring the brains and the bit of a liver?
Jigra. The liver.
And who's going to bring the heart on the field? I want to see that. But hats off to Bangladesh. Well done. You did your best, but your best is not good enough against India. They're a mighty India right now.
Right, Erin, you don't just need the brain, you need the jigger.
The jigger.
The jigger.
Jigger. Bahut jigger.
Bahut jigger.
Does that make sense?
Say jigra.
Jigger.
Tagda.
Jigger. Takara.
Tagda. Jigra. That's what they need to bring against Australia.
Mazboot.
He means no chili.
No chili, feet on the ground, and unfortunately for Bangladesh, they just couldn't cut it with India today. We know that they haven't managed to win 12 out of 13 games that they've tried against India. They've now made it 13 out of 14. Unfortunately today, they just couldn't match up, unfortunately, with everything that the Indians were throwing at the Bangladeshis. Martin, they had them with the bat, consistently scoring runs right throughout that batting order, and then with the ball, they just have so many options. They even gave Jadeja a few more overs than they've given so far to try and get some form back with him with the ball. Rohit's just got a team full of impactful players that he can turn it with on any corner. If you had to pick the most impressive part of India's performance today, where do you sit?
Everywhere. It was all round. They just blew them off the park straight away. the Rohit and Virat Kohli partnership at the top, 39 off less than 4 overs. I mean, it really set the tone for the whole game. And then the rest of them came out and just played their shots. They stumbled a little bit, but then another wee partnership, and it was game over from there. Really, I mean, 53 between Shivam Dubey and Hardik Pandya really got them back on track, and then Hardik dominating the last partnership at 35, where Akshar only got 3 to really put the icing on the cake to get that 190 odd. It's just a really professional team effort. And then with the ball, I mean, it was always going to be a tall order for Bangladesh. I mean, I think someone here said, they'll win by 40, and they actually won by 50. So it was an absolute drubbing. Raha, you said Bangladesh are digging themselves a hole, and I think the only hole they're digging is to find New Zealand at the bottom of it out of this tournament. So,
and us, mate, I think.
I didn't want to say that. I'll let you say that.
I'll just go ahead and say it. But, we're right there with you.
A 50-run win is such an emphatic statement at this stage of the tournament. Where is the weakness? Because they made 196 with the bat. They bowled them out to win by 50 runs. If you're Australia meeting them on Monday, and if you're anyone in the other group that has to probably, maybe if they can get through Australia, face them in the final, where do you try and find weakness with this Indian side?
Well, obviously, so far look like they're flying high. The way they're playing, every player is bringing the best game out of him. So I think at the moment they're playing very good cricket. Most of the players performing in a different games. Approach from Bangladesh to chase down this total, because if you don't bowl out in 20 overs, how come you are not scoring that much runs? You can get out, that's fine. If you're chasing the runs, you can get out, and that show that intent that you're going after the bowler. But if you play innings like 29 runs on 31 deliveries as an opener, you're giving nothing to your team. So I think somewhere that is the issue with the Bangladesh team. Like they don't believe on themselves that they can win any ICC event. But obviously, if you look at the performance of India, they are doing well as a team. Jasprit Bumrah, Kuldeep induction into the team, bringing all that flair and also that variety to get more wickets in the middle of the stage. But yes, if you think about big teams, I don't think so. They will care that much towards whatever way India is proceeding towards this tournament, because they know that they can beat them. Australia is the team to beat to win the tournament in any ICC event. So I think that game is going to decide, obviously psychologically and also by skills, that who is the top team at the moment. So I think Australia-India game would be great to watch. But India, obviously, the way they're playing, obviously, along with Australia, I think, are the two most favourite to win the competition.
The two titans of this format.
It's a shame they're in the same group, format. Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be one contest that we all are waiting for. And as, Hafiz also said and Shoaib also said, it's all in here. And whoever comes out of that and jumps out of that and gets the better of the pressure, I think that team will be eventually the winner. But let's take a little refresher.